Hey you guys, welcome to my channel, Auntie Lexi's World. And today I have
she has her husband, the one and only, Martin. You know, just got back from what is it, AIT? Graduated basic training. Just got back to AIT. I'm here with my lovely wife. So yeah.
So you guys, today we are going to be doing a Army couples Q&A. So
I don't know what questions she has for me. So
I have a few questions for him. Some are for me too, if he wants my opinion. But this video is about him.
We'll see what she has, and I'll give her the answers.
Got the handy dandy notebook.
All right, I like the notebook.
But
it's nice.
Oh, thank you.
Where did you get it from?
Walmart.
Oh.
I think you got this for me. Right before you left. Remember when you were trying to look for like notebooks and stuff?
You probably should, yeah. Oh yeah. I remember. Cause I remember that.
So, before we get into this lovely Q&A, which I have 9 questions, he may have a question. Hopefully, he has a question. To make it 10. But before we start this video, make sure you subscribe, like, and comment, and share with your friends. Because your girl,
that was one of 4 things, right? Like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends. Yeah, that was 4 things. It's not that hard to do. It was 4 things.
4 things.
I'm a little slow, but it's okay. All right. Okay. Go ahead.
It's all right. Okay, so first question. How long were you gone? So that is for basic training and AIT.
I was gone 6 months. 6 months, yeah. It was, man, the first month was really trash because I had to quarantine. I had caught COVID. but yeah. I had caught COVID. Man, I was actually fine. I'm asymptomatic. I caught no symptoms. It was terrible, which is crazy. I got there. They was like, oh, you're going to get tested. They stuck this long, as you all know, they stuck this damn thing up our nose. It was like this long. And they stuck it up my nose. It could touch my brain. That's what I felt like. And then they came back with the test results like a day later. You got COVID.
Fix it, Jesus, like you said you would.
Yeah, they pulled me out of recession. I had to go reception, not recession. Reception. They pulled me out of there, and I had to go quarantine for 2 weeks. So for that first 2 weeks, it was like boring because I wasn't doing anything. Like you can imagine not doing nothing like for like 2 weeks straight, just waking up for formations, getting accountability, and then going right back to your dorm. You're not your dorm, our barracks. It was like 30 people in one room. And how do you quarantine 30 people in one room? I still, I'm not complaining against the Army, but the Army makes dumb things, and they try to make it sound cool, but if you got common sense, you can realize it doesn't make sense. But 6 months I was gone. Basic training, it was all right. It was hell, but it was cool. I got in better shape than I ever been in. At the basic training, a lot of yelling in basic training. Now I'm in AIT, learning my job. Got one more class when I go back, and then I get to be back with my wife. But that's how long I was gone, 6 months.
Okay. So the next question is, how was it being away? Oh, well, first of all, let me answer the first question. How long was he gone? Too long. Okay. Question 2.
I feel you. I feel the vibe.
Question 2. How was it being away from each other?
It was rough. It was super rough because
emotional.
It was like an emotional roller coaster. Being away from and we're newlyweds, so being away from her right after I got married was kind of difficult because I couldn't talk to her every day like how I was before I left. It was hectic, you know, like there was days where I just didn't sleep or days where I like didn't want to eat because I was just like thinking about how she was doing and so purposely, she was like my motivation. Like there was like days where it was like, man, I want to kill somebody, but I know I'll go to jail if I did kill somebody. So I was just like, you know, let me think about my wife and try to just stay focused. The grind was the every day to stay focused, and I knew I was gonna come home to see my wife one day. So it was rough, man, definitely. But there was days where it was cool, like being away, you know, because you know I had a family outside of my wife. I had, you know, my military, my brothers in arms, and those guys were dope. They were annoying, but it was dope. It was dope, you know. 60 guys in one platoon. Like, what could go wrong, right? But it was like, it was cool, though. It was definitely a learning experience, you know, being away from each other this long. Definitely a learning experience.
Yeah. Okay. So, well, since you said that, question 3, do you think you have grown in this experience and how?
Do I think I've grown? Yes. I mean, I feel like I'm straight. I'm more blunt.
Very.
Like way more like straightforward with a lot of things because it's just like I don't have time to be like wasting time. Like honestly,
you were already like that, but now it's more like
it's more like what like I'm on your head, but no, like it's more of like just like don't waste my time. You know, like time is important. You know, so it's like that's what I definitely like grew. Is like it's 24 hours in a day. Which I'm waking up at 4 o'clock every morning, realize there's a lot of time. It's a lot of time in one day, waking up at 4. But one thing I can say is that when I got there, it was just like being disciplined and making sure you don't waste your time. You know, like put your best foot forward because you will get something out of it. So that's why I feel like I learned why I was in basic training and stuff like that. So, but that was. Yeah, that's what helped me grow. Yeah, that's what definitely helped me grow was just don't waste my time, be straightforward, and be disciplined.
I think I've grown more spiritually being away from you. Just having, not like, I was already praying for you, but now that I'm a wife, you know, I feel like that's my duty. I got to do that. I gotta make sure, you know, my king, you know, holds his crown right.
Oh yeah.
Has a lot of strength. Jesus' strength. That's one of my things I pray over you every day.
I appreciate that.
The strength of God.
I appreciate that. There's a lot I prayed about too. Well, a few things I prayed about was like making sure she just stays like worry free. Cause I know she will like worry a lot. Like something in my spirit told me like she will worry a lot.
Jesus.
You know, like make sure she just stays healthy.
I was suffering.
You know, just making sure she's just happy. Like her happiness was like extremely important to me, even though there's nothing I could do about it. Like nothing I could do about it because I'm gone. I'm like 1,000 miles away. There's nothing I could do but like just pray, you know, and prayer definitely helped. Help me from like breaking a few necks. So
you know, one thing, like there was times where I would like want to cry, but God would be like, "It's okay, I got him. Like he's okay."
Oh, I feel that. That's
It makes me emotional now, Lord.
Don't cry. Hey, that's real though, you know. Because there was days where I felt like that too. Like there was days like I'm like, oh, she good. Like guys like she good. Don't worry, she good. Because like there was days where I just was like walking like with my rifle, with my ruck on my back, and I'm like, damn, like how's my wife doing? And I would just cry, just because I like miss talking to her. I miss like the vibe. I miss like everything about it, and like so it was cool to like when I hear like God say like she's good, don't worry.
Yeah.
I would like just wipe my tears away and then keep on rucking. You feel me? Like, but I wouldn't let nobody see me cry though. Like, yeah, I wouldn't let nobody see me cry.
I was usually crying in here.
Definitely.
Or when I was in South Carolina.
Definitely didn't let nobody see me cry.
Okay. You ready for the number 4?
Yeah.
How was it not being able to be intimate with your spouse?
What? Oh my God. So, all right, like I said, I got no problem being blunt now, like being real. So, it was like one night, right? I was laying in my bed. I was just laying on my bed, like couldn't sleep at all. Like could not sleep. But all I was thinking about was just like, I can't wait to tell my wife. Like, oh my God. Like it was one of them days, right? Mind you, like there's like, I'm sitting there, I'm like, bruh. So you know what I did? I just wrote everything out on paper. I just wrote everything out on paper.
Letter.
Man, I'm talking about detail to detail. I was, boy, look at her. I can't share the information on what I wrote, but just know, Lord have mercy. That paper, God himself had to burn that paper. God himself had to burn that paper. Because man, I was going through it that day. But it was difficult, man. It was rough. Cause it's just like I was in a platoon with 63 males. That's not including myself. So 64 total males. So there was no females in our platoon, like at all. So you can imagine just 65 guys in one platoon and then one barrack. Like,
yeah, that's a lot.
Everybody want to be an alpha. Nobody don't want to listen. We always getting screwed up. I'm just like, bro, like, I need my wife, bro. Like, there was days where I'm like, I need that thing, bro. Like, I'm just sitting there like, bro, I need it. But it was rough, dude. It was rough. It was rough. I tell you that right now, man. It was rough. But it was all worth it at the end. Cause baby, let's just say we just gonna keep a moment of silence. But yeah, it was difficult. That's all I'm saying. It was difficult being 18.
Okay, number 5. What did you miss about each other the most?
What did I miss the most? The love, the cooking. What? When I say this woman can cook, man, I wifed it up, man. Look, man, this woman can cook, man. Look, I miss the vibes though, the talking. I miss everything, you know, like it's a lot to miss. It's definitely a lot to miss, you know. It's just like I can't name them all, but certain ones you definitely miss the connection, the vibes, the cooking, the love, the talking, the seeing you, like being able to touch you, everything, like being able to hold you, being able to hug you, being able to like just like look you in your eyes and tell you I love you, like every day. Like it was something I missed every day, honestly. That's just me.
I miss everything about you. I miss seeing your smile. I miss putting smiles on your face. I miss cooking for him. I missed him just being able to like hold me and just let me know like everything was okay, even though, oh Lord, even though, you know, he was praying for that, you know, praying to, you know, that God would comfort me and stuff. But I just missed him physically. So many ways. Him and his words of affirmation. That was a really hard one to actually deal with. Like having you to say like, oh, you're beautiful, you're gorgeous, whatever, every day. And then go 3-4 months with only being able to talk to each other like 15
minutes once a week.
15 minutes. Maybe once a week.
Yeah, maybe once a week. About that. There was a time period. Quick side note, right? So, one guy in our platoon, I ain't gonna name no names, but he brought his phone up to the barracks. Now, everybody know in basic training, you're not supposed to have your phone. Like, that's just common sense. And so, he decided to post a picture on Snapchat or IG, whatever the case may be. Or I think he was missing a text from his his significant other. I don't know what the case is, but we're not supposed to have a phone. So he get caught with the phones. Drill sergeants, they coming up our stairs, destroyed our barracks looking for the phone, everything like that. So anyway, more of the story is our drill sergeant made us pack our bags up. We had to run them downstairs, run to the breezeway, run back up, pack the bag again, and run back downstairs. And then every time we missed a hit time, he took a week away from phone calls. So he initially took like 3 weeks of phone calls away from us. That first phone call, the second phone call
That's
I got
I think
you.
I had my breakdown.
Yeah, after this, when I wasn't able to call you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so she didn't know what was going on until I was able to contact her finally 3 weeks later. Like, we was able to get a phone. We got our phone call. Shout out to Drill Sergeant Shaxinator. He actually was the one that hooked us with our phone call back up. He was clutch for that. Drill Sergeant Shaxinator, man, crazy. But we were able to actually get a phone call. Once that 3 week period went by, I got my first phone call from my wife. I got to call her, and man, it was like the best thing. But it was only like 15 minutes though. That was like the tragedy. So every Sunday or Saturday, it was a 15-minute phone call if we were able to get phone calls. And that was rough. That was rough.
Very.
Yeah, as soon as I got off the phone with her though, I was just motivated. Like every week I was able to get a phone call and we were done talking. I was just motivated to hurry up and finish basic training, hurry up and get up out of here. Because the fastest way to get through basic training is to graduate. And stay healthy. Stay healthy. Definitely, because you don't want to be injured.
Alrighty. Question number 6. How is it being a Army spouse? I guess we don't really know like all the crazy stuff that goes on being Army spouses yet, because we just got married and I'm fresh into the Army, so exactly.
We don't know yet. But I do know that it's a lot of benefits being married to a person that's in the Army. It's a lot of benefits. I don't know all the benefits, but I know there's quite a few. The only reason why I don't know all of them is just because I learned the information months ago. Kind of forgot it. Just a lot of things going on. Waking up at 4 o'clock every morning, got a lot of stuff to remember. So, but I will probably do a video later about being an Army spouse, significant other, and I can tell you some information. But there's a lot of benefits to being married to someone that's in the Army.
Okay, number 7. Hold up.
Yeah,
when you went into the Army, what did you think?
Oh, whew. So when I first got, like you saying when I first got the basic training?
Yeah.
What the fuck did I just do? Like, that's literally what my thought process was like. But my mind was telling me, don't talk. Because I like to talk. You feel me? I like to talk. I like to talk trash. I like to talk. Period. But everything in my mind was just like, shut up. Don't say nothing unless they asking you something. So, learning that, right, is how I had to learn. So, when I get in, in reception, they can't smoke you in reception. But they can do like, they play mind games with you. So, the drill sergeant gets up to my face right before I caught COVID. And he yelling at somebody, and I want to say something so bad. He yelling at this dude, he like, so you just want to quit? No, because the guy wanted to be like, hey, can I get a blood test if you gonna, say I got COVID? Because he didn't think he had COVID. Like, we asymptomatic, so not showing no symptoms. So he's like, can I get a blood test? Because that's what his mother had asked. He's like, can I get a blood test to see? And so the drill sergeant come out. He's like, so you want to quit? Do you want to quit, huh? What the fuck? You're getting paid. It's free. You're just going to be relaxing for 2 weeks. So he all up in his face is yelling and everything. And I'm sitting there. I'm like, bro, get out his face. And so I said that not knowingly. I said that like under my breath. And like the drill sergeant snapped at me and looked at me. Man, he's like, what did you say? I was like, nothing, sir. And that's where I screwed up. I called the drill sergeant sir. Man, bro, he made me feel this big. Bro. Because I didn't know that drill sergeants weren't supposed to be called sir or ma'am. Like, I'm fresh here. Like, I'm talking about fresh, boy. Like, don't know what to say to anybody. So I'm just saying, so he going in, he cussing me out. He talking about how black I am. My skin look dirty. Like, he just going hard. And I'm just sitting there at parade rest, just not moving a muscle, sweating like crazy, but not moving a muscle though. But my first initial thought was like, what the hell did I just sign up for? That was my first initial thought when I got there. I was like, but this is crazy. But I mean, hey, I'm in now, so I ain't tripping.
Okay, question 8, second to last question. Did we have a small wedding because of the army? No and yes. No. No, mainly. I think no.
Because of the army?
Yeah.
I feel like we had a small wedding because of COVID.
Coronavirus.
Like, there's a lot of people that definitely wanted to be at our wedding. Like, I know that for sure. But, I mean, we're going to plan on having another wedding. So, and hopefully COVID is like an afterthought. But, you know, everybody probably still going to be wearing a mask. But,
yeah.
But yeah, it ain't not, I don't think it was because of the army we had a small wedding. I mean, but hey, either way, we said our vows. We confessed our love for each other.
Yeah. I was trying to tell you when we were getting married. No, you had asked me before. You said, do you want to do vows? I was like, I don't know. Like, I'm nervous. Like, I don't know what to say. And he was like, okay, we don't have to do it. And then all of a sudden, Mr. Martin set the aisle. And the apostle says, do you have vows? Says, yes.
Well, yeah, I did say
and
that.
he had these beautiful vows. And then when it was my turn, I froze.
I mean, it is what it is.
I
You feel me?
bit.
But I know she loves me. Like, I know that. Like, without a shadow of doubt in my mind, like, she shows it every day. She like, yeah, I know this woman loves me. I can trust me. I can go on about this woman here, but I know she loves me though. But
Last question?
Yeah. Last question.
Unless you have a question. Okay. What was the hardest part about being away from each other?
The hardest part being away from each other. I'll let you answer that question first.
Well, like I said, you were always like there, so you not being there, it was really hard. Like, I couldn't come talk to you about anything. You were my best friend. I tried to have, a bunch of friends, I got Jazz, but Jazz not here.
Yeah.
So you not being here, not being able to touch you, not being able to know, like, if you were okay, if you was eating. My man don't eat, child. It's a problem.
Oh, yeah. So my thing about me the hardest thing about being away from each other was just like not having, don't get me wrong, I'm a confident person, you feel me? But not hearing like my wife like was still confidence in me, kind of just like, it was kind of like sad. I don't want to say depressing, but it was kind of sad. Also just not being able to like check up on it, like making sure she good, making like sure she like straight, you feel me? Like making sure like things are taken care of, she good, how's her spirit doing, how's her confidence doing, because I believe, man, if you got a confident woman, you're gonna have a confident future. So I just I was just trying to, that was like definitely the hardest part, was like just not making sure she was good. Like it was difficult. It was extremely hard being away from her, because there's a lot of things I want to see her do and succeed at. And so like to keep her focused was just like, that was one of my things too, to make sure she stayed focused, to get her mind off of me being gone for so long. Making sure she has something to do.
No, actually that was really very hard for me. to try to like focus and to try like not to
Excuse me.
try not to think so much like about like anything bad happening with you. Because I felt like, I don't know, when I wasn't, I don't know. I'm gonna just be quiet before I get emotional. Anyways, do you have any questions, boo?
Sadly, I don't have any questions. I don't. You feel me? It's just, I really don't have any questions. Like, I thought about some questions, but...
That's the hardest thing between us. I can never get this man to ask me a question.
Look, all right, y'all leave it in the comments somewhere, like, be like, do men really think about questions? You feel me? Let's just, like, making sure we good, the money taken care of, the bills are getting paid, you're happy, you need some food, like, what you want to eat. We ask basic questions. My mind is a basic mind. Like, it's not real.
No, it's not.
It's not a basic mind, but, like, I be having basic thoughts sometimes, like, unless it's a complex question or is it something I gotta really think about. But I don't be having hard questions. Like, I really don't. Like, as long as you happy, as long as you got a smile on your face, as long as you got food in your stomach, as long as you good, like, as long as you was happy, that's really what I care about. Like, I don't really be having no hard questions like, what's the Pythagorean theorem and all that shit. I don't even know.
Anyways, y'all, yeah. Drop your comments. Let them know. Let me know. Ladies, would you like your man to ask you questions once in a while? Like, I always got questions for you.
I know, but my question but you already know my question would be like, you hungry? You good? You need something?
On that note, make sure you guys have, because I can't even talk.
Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and tell a friend.
And tell a friend.
It ain't that hard. There's only 4 things to do. It ain't that hard at all.
It ain't that hard to ask a question.
It is, though. It really is. On that note, goodbye.